Bobby, first of all, 6-1 defeat against Worksop Town. What's your overall assessment of that one?
Difficult to be involved in, difficult to watch, I'd imagine. But we've come up against a side who are very good. You know, not on the day, but I think throughout the season so far. I think they've probably been obviously the standout team, and they should be. They're a big club. But overall, disappointed with the goals we've conceded. Even the last 10 minutes, give them, I think, 2. Which, you know, at half time, the game was we don't concede again and we stay in the game and we see what happens if we get a goal. But we were solid enough for the 25 minutes, half an hour, second half, but the game was done at half time. We got back in the game, but overall just disappointing. Obviously it hurts and it should do. But we spoke about it, the confidence has been low the last couple of weeks. I think that, was it the Long Eaton game? I think it came out of the blue a little bit and it's knocked some of the lads, so that's our job to get them back, doing what they were doing before that, because I think until then we'd lost 1 game. And, now it's my job to have a look at this and get the lads back to where they were a few weeks ago.
You've touched on Worksop's quality, the fact that their captain also dropped out, Hamza, with an injury, and their target man, Liam Hughes, wasn't even involved, so it could have been a lot worse, so I think that just explains their full quality.
Oh yeah, they've got great depth in numbers. You just have to look at their bench today. But, they should be up there with what they've got, financially available and the setup they've got. They're a big club, they used to be, a massive club in Nottinghamshire, where I'm from, so I know a lot about them, and obviously their aspirations are to get where they were, so to speak. But we just have to move on. It's the old saying of dust yourself off, crack on, and we are seeing certain traits in players and characters that we need to be able to see. We've got some tough games coming up, but if we can get to the end of this month still in that mix, the other teams around us are playing each other, and it seems that everyone's losing games around us at the minute. I think we lost 3 on the bounce and we still sat 4th. So there's positives, that's about the only positive to take out of it. But we have to be much better and go back to basics, and that's what we've had a big chat about there. No screaming and shouting. It's about now individuals looking after themselves, doing basic jobs, a bit like what we were doing the first 2 or 3 games of the season, and we'll just start again, and that's what we're going to go back to.
Changed shape today with Dev going out at the starting 11, but we still conceded quite a few. That's 13 in the last 3. I know attacking wise we struggled today with our 2 strikers out, but do we need to address defensively?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, like you say, even the last 10 minutes we changed the back 4 and we've conceded. Looked all over, but we can't build anything without a good base. Any team at any level, you have to have a good base, and we had that. We kept 3 clean sheets in a row, and then we've gone and done that. So we'll look at it. We take responsibility for it as well as management staff, and we will be all right. It's important that we just stick together and remember where we've, not me, but where the club's come from last season. We're in the playoffs and it's November, and we have to stick together and have a real togetherness within the club, and not just the players but the supporters keeping on side, because it's part-time football and lads have got families to go home to and jobs to go to tonight or tomorrow, and it hurts them. They're not walking away from here thinking, oh well, we'll have a game on Tuesday. That's not what we've got in that dressing room. So we'll be all right. We just need to get back to the basics of the game, and maybe what we were doing at the start of the season.
Hendu missing today for getting 5 yellow cards, but also during the game there's 5 yellow cards given out to our team, so is discipline an issue, do you think?
No, if anything I'm pleased. Not because I didn't tell them to go out there and get yellow cards. It was a reaction. We wanted, we said go out there and compete. get close to them. Yeah, one or two might have been out of frustration, shall we say, but I think the others are just all, I think, fouls or whatever in the game, and because players are trying to get closer to them, our players were, and obviously we didn't have a recognised forward, which was tough, especially against them. They're big and strong at the back, and they pressed us really well in midfield, so we couldn't get any sort of rhythm going. We tried, it's not like everyone's gone out there and not tried. So we just have to keep working, and there'll be a list of jobs up on there to do on Tuesday, and we're going right back to the start of the season to do the basics.
You mentioned that game on Tuesday, Durham Challenge Cup, tie against Jarrow, a local derby as well, so how do you look in that one?
Well, our confidence is very low, shall we say, so they'll fancy it. It's a game where lads can put things right. It's a platform, it could be a platform for us to get these last 3 games out of the system, and it's a platform for us to go and start doing the basics, and individuals just doing individual jobs. And we'll be taking the game, especially after today's result, very seriously now. Team selection will be picked on players that are fit, but we'll be going strong.